welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Yeah. This is I have to tell you, so when I said I need 10 minutes, I'm not kidding. I thought that we set it up for 7 your time. So I'm like, well, that's 3 hours. Okay, 10 o'clock. So I put it on my calendar as 10 o'clock. So like 5 till I was working on the pool. So we have a above ground pool.
Ooh.
It's not anything fancy, whatever, but I was getting, the pump hooked up. So I did that a few days ago, but the one of the hoses was broke, so I had to order a new hose. Got that in today, so I put it on after work, and then I was having issues getting the pump going, so I worked on that for a while. I'm like, oh, I got time. And then I came in, and then my wife got home from the store. We had a bunch of stuff to put away and all this because we're having a surprise birthday party for my daughter-in-law on Sunday. So she got all this stuff, for it and everything. So anyway, so I'm looking at the time. I'm like, yeah, I got time. And I'm like, you know what? I better check the messages. And I looked. I was like, oh shit, we're on in 5 minutes. I said, okay, let me change my shirt because I was still in my work shirt, and I had paint and drywall stuff all over it and everything. So
Fun stuff.
anyway, but I talked. I don't know if you know this. I talked to Airsofter Sam.
Sure. We actually did a movie together.
Yes, I'm not kidding. When her and I were talking, she says I asked her about that, and she's like, "Yeah, my friend Rebecca." And so anyway, she's telling about it, whatever. And then I'm going, wait a minute. It was like 2 days after, that I realized I had already messaged you about, being on here. I'm like, I wonder if that's the same one. So I looked at your, some of your pictures on Instagram. I watched the movie again. I'm like, oh shit, that's her. I thought that was cool. Yeah. So do you, did you and Sam know each other before Airsoft, or did you meet through Airsoft?
Through Airsoft, actually.
Oh, okay.
God, I think I came to N1, I think. And I met her there. No, wrong. I played with her at N1. I met her at Airsoft Expo 2019.
Okay.
Because I was helping my sponsor do like the pictures for his booth, and we had cross paths. We took some pictures. We chatted. She fell in love with my kid because he's adorable.
Of course.
And then we would occasionally play together, and then we did the movie, which was really fun.
Yeah. How did that come up? Like as far as being in the movie?
She had posted on her story that she was looking for some people, like fellow airsofters, who had like some post-apocalyptic like loadouts. And I cosplay, so I have like a full post-apocalyptic. And then she was like, we need something like kind of tech wear. And I'm like, oh, I got that. And I set up a day with her. I went up there. We were supposed to do 2 days of filming, but we actually got it done in 1 day.
Yeah.
So it was fun. We had fun making that fake blood that shows up on her leg.
Yeah.
Chocolate sauce, water, and red food dye.
Really?
Everywhere. Like the more we like touched it, the more it just like kept getting stickier. And I'm like, this actually really good.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart though. I love her.
Yeah, she was great to talk to.
She's probably one of the coolest and chillest females I've ever met in the airsoft community. Which
nice.
Is very nice.
Yeah, for sure. So how did you get started?
It was mine and my husband's first date.
Oh, shit.
He has been playing for, I want to say, over 20 years. And I've always been a very active person. And he was like, okay, you know what? I want to bring her into my hobby. And I was like, I'm down. So we went to a field. He paired me up with one of his buddies. And I was like, this is really fun. So now I've been playing for 10 years.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Had to take
Yeah,
a little
that's good.
hiatus. We've played in Tennessee because we used to live there. Helped build up a field. But I love my Cali fields.
Yeah.
Right? I love my Cali fields.
So you guys both used to live in Tennessee?
We're both, well, I'm from California. We moved to Tennessee back in 2012. And then I took a little hiatus when I got pregnant, had my kid. And then we
Yeah.
came back to California.
Oh, okay.
I've been here since 2015 again.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. Well, you're obviously in the same area, like LA area that Sam is in, because you guys play at the same field, and right,
yeah,
it's pretty close.
she's a little bit more north than I am.
Okay.
But she's maybe like an hour and a half away from me.
Gotcha.
So we can still meet up at like N1. So we've played a couple of times.
Yeah.
She's a beast on the field.
Yeah, it's been really cool meeting so many different people since I started doing these podcasts over the last few months. And some of them, like you guys, are connected. And this has happened like 3 times now where I don't even know. Like I'm totally oblivious that these, two of these people are like know each other and are friends and play on the same field, whatever. So I ask, I just sent out messages like, people on Instagram, whatever, like, hey, you want to do a podcast? And and then I find out while we're talking, oh yeah, I play with this guy. And I'm like, I just did a podcast with him. What? And, so this is like, huh?
I've actually played with Soda.
Oh, really? Yeah,
She came out to California last year. So I've played with her. My husband's played with her and her fiance.
Yeah.
He took her up to Hollywood Sports, and then we met down at Tax City.
Okay.
So, Soda, she's fun too.
Yeah, I mean, I just released that podcast like a few days ago. That's crazy. It's so wild how, like, I'm just talking to people here and there, and I have no clue y'all have a history, like playing and stuff until I get on here. And then, but this one, I found out before I got on here with you because when I listened to, I'm like, man, that looks like the girl in the movie. And so I went back and looked and I was like, yeah, that's her. Holy crap. Okay. So yeah, I thought that was cool.
Yeah. It's pretty fun meeting everyone. Because, like, you don't think you would meet people from, like, other states. But I've met a lot of people from other states. And it's like, wow, this is really cool.
Yeah.
Like, I've talked to people in Ireland. And I was like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
never thought I would meet someone in Ireland. And it's like, oh, the Airsoft community. We're just one big family.
It's crazy. Like there's a huge group in the UK. I did a handful of podcasts with people in the UK. There was a guy who was stationed. He was active military, stationed in the UK. I talked to a lady just last week or the week before in South Africa. Then last week in Austria. So that one will be coming out Monday. But all these people that I've met throughout all these different countries, and then I talked to a guy in Belgium. They're all like, they're all kind of the same, kind of people, like very cool, very down to earth, very, people that once you talk with them for a few minutes, like, yeah, I'd like to hang out with that person, like just in real life, in person, like, it's just been like that across the board, no matter who I've met, where. It's really cool.
It really is. Like, Airsoft brings a lot of people together.
Yeah, it does.
Like, it's definitely brought me and my husband closer.
Yeah.
Because he's actually my commander on my team.
Nice.
So I get, tested harder.
Oh
But
yeah.
like some of my closest friends I've met through Airsoft.
Yeah.
And it's like they've lasted longer than some of my other friends, I guess. And like we would do anything for each other. And it's like we've barely
Yeah.
known each other, but like I want to hang out with you more,
Right.
And it's nice. Like my kid has made so many friends and now he wants to get into it.
Yeah. Now how old is
2 more years ago.
your
He's
son?
8. He's 8.
Okay.
So two
Okay.
more years, we want him to like fully like know what he's getting into,
Right.
But like we've taught him early on like gun safety, like you don't put your finger on the trigger, you don't point it at anybody. And like he's like, 2 more years so I can play. And I'm like, 2 more years.
Oh yeah.
Ugh, it's gonna be fun though.
Yeah, we so when I was into paintball years ago, my wife and I have 5 kids. They're older now. They're in their 20s. And my oldest one, when I was playing paintball, he was probably 7 or 8, and he's like, "Oh, I want to go. I want to go play with you." And I'm like, "No, man, it hurts. Okay, like you're not, maybe in a couple years or something." So he's like, he's getting mad. He's like, "No, I want to go." I'm like, "Okay, stand over there." So I had him stand across, in the backyard. So I shot him in it. He had tennis shoes on. I shot him in his foot, just like the side of his foot. He cried for like 20 minutes. I said, "Yeah, okay, so why don't you?" He's like, "Okay, yeah, I don't want to go." So a couple years later, he did go. It was funny though.
That's probably what we'll do once he's old enough, just so he knows. Sorry, he's walking around.
That's okay.
Your Rice Krispie. Sorry.
Oh, that's fine. Hey, my granddaughter's been on some of these podcasts. Like she just busts in the door and she'll see I'm doing this. She climbs up on this desk, walks right over and puts her face in the camera.
That's typically what he does.
Yeah.
He'll be like, who are you talking to? Mom, who's that? And then he'll try to like say hi, take over like whatever is going on. It's like, all right, bud, calm down.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Yeah, the one of them, I was talking to a guy in the UK, and she came in here and she was waving to him and stuff, and so I think I left part of that in the podcast. I didn't cut it out. But the last one where she came in, it was actually it was a week ago, last Friday. I was talking to the guys, one of the guys from Mobro's Airsoft, and she came in here. She would not leave. Like I was like, all right, go see Gigi. That my wife. She calls my wife Gigi. So she's like, no, and she's all up in the camera like this, and I was like, all right, hold on, come on. I had to walk her out, but he's like, oh, he was talking to her and stuff. But yeah, that happens. I had a guy in the UK. His dog jumped up on the couch. He was on his phone, using his phone, and he was just kind of walking around his house. He was sitting in a room for a little while, and we talked about a bunch of stuff in his room, and then he went out and sat on the couch, and his dog came up, like jumped on his lap and started licking his face, and he's like, hang on, hang on. So, oh yeah.
Gotta love those puppy.
Oh yeah. These are, these are recorded and obvious, they're laid back. So if something happens, it's whatever. I've had it where people have, hey, can we pause this? I have to go take a piss, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, bro. I'm like, me too. It's fine. So no big deal.
Yeah, I usually just have my kid running through,
Right.
always asking me questions. The whole kid, mom.
Yeah. I mean, you're the mom, he's 8. Like, of course.
Yeah, he's very close to me. He may be a daddy's boy, but he always asks mom first.
Oh yeah. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that'll change, later on. So what you've been playing for 10 years.
Yes.
Your husband, I just saw, I didn't know for sure if it was him, but I saw a post, or maybe I did. Maybe it was on your post on Instagram. Anyway, I just followed him or his page like a
Yes,
couple
yes,
days
like that.
ago. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Yep.
He's been playing for 20 plus years.
Yeah. Now so your
Crazy.
call sign's what, Valkyrie?
Yes, Valkyrie. Because
How did you get that?
my dad's side, we come from like Iceland, Scandinavia,
Yeah.
and it was, I think it was like my great grandfather and my great great grandfather that came from Iceland. And I've always loved the Icelandic like culture, like all of that sort of thing. And my original call sign actually used to be Lilith, the after the devil's wife, because I used to be like a little shit on the field and always cause like not trouble, but I was very aggressive when I played.
Yeah.
Like I like got into the zone, but then I kind of changed my play style to where I make sure that the area is secured so my team can push through.
Yeah.
So my husband's like, oh, always coming in with the save, man. And so, like, I just kind of was like, kind of like a Valkyrie. And he's like, yeah, like a Valkyrie. So I was like, you know what? I like that a lot better than Lilith. And so, like, we just kind of rolled with it. My call sign on my name tape is actually the Nordic spelling of it.
Oh shit.
So so it says Valkyria. So it's always fun when people see the name tape and they're like, wait, are you Kurt? And I'm like, yeah, I just changed my name tape to be the proper spelling of it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, a lot of people do Valkyrie. So I'm like, I'm going to make it like the proper spelling so people know that it's me.
Yeah, that's wild. Have you ever been to Iceland or anything like that?
Unfortunately, no. But my dad has. My
Okay.
dad's been to Iceland a couple times. Actually found some of our distant relatives, which was kind of a shocker.
That's crazy.
And then my oldest sister got engaged in Iceland.
Nice.
So now I need to go to Iceland to see where I come from.
Yeah, you got to join the team now.
I know.
Everyone else is gone.
Yeah. And I also need to go to England so I can see where my mom was born.
Okay.
I try to get my friends to come with me because some are like, oh, that seems really cool. And I'm like, bring your like boyfriend or like your girlfriend. Like, it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great way to bond together. Like he helps me get ready for like competitions. Like both of us do Gunfighter at N1. And he's always like, come on, you gotta get faster. Like, do this instead of doing this. And I'm like, ooh.
Now, what is Gunfighter? Explain that.
It is a 1v1 3-round game. They have different brackets. The primary one is the pistol bracket. So think of like Gunslinger. So you have to like keep your hands up. They blow the whistle, and each round is like 30 seconds.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's super fast. And you can either try to shoot your opponent before they get to cover, or you can get to cover and then start shooting. It's a different type of gameplay. Like, you have to be on your toes because it's a small, like, little rectangle. Yeah. And it goes so fast. Like, you have to watch your opponent, like, see if they're gonna like draw first. And there's been some amusing things. Like, one guy showed up in full cowboy gear using, the revolver. He did really well. There was one guy that showed up with a bolt-action sniper. That was it was one of the smaller ones.
Oh, yeah.
Really well.
Jeez.
It's a spicy game. It's no minimum. You can only come in with a certain amount of mags. I always do pistol just because I'm much more confident with pistols in that sort of gameplay.
Sure.
But it's fun. and I'm so happy that they're back. Their next one is actually this Sunday that I'm competing in.
Oh shit. Okay. Now on that 30-second, is that a timer that goes on? Like it's a countdown timer. You have to, eliminate someone before the timer goes off.
Yeah, people get out within like pretty quickly just because it's so close.
Right.
There's some really fast players. Like I'm like, holy crap, you are very, very fast.
Yeah.
Like Rocket, DS Rocket, he's phenomenal.
I don't think I haven't heard of him.
Yeah,
Is that your team? DS?
No. So my team is DSO. It stands
DSO.
for Division of Shadow Operations. But we just shorten it to DSO because it's a very long thing to type out.
Right.
But on our actual team banner that sometimes we'll take out to like games, it says the full thing.
Right.
And it has our logo, which is but Gunfighter is like, if you're ever in Cali and they're doing one, it is something fun to either watch or compete in. Because like they let people watch, you just have to have like iPro because the spectators are like right next to the ring.
Oh shit.
So yeah, they're like right up there.
Oh, that's cool.
But it's fun because and after the brackets, there's like open gameplay in between. So if you want to just like 1v1 a buddy, you can. And those are funny because whenever I do it, I usually play up against my teammate or my husband.
Oh,
and we'll just kind of sass each other a little bit and then go. It's fun.
Does he use a pistol as well in those events?
First one, he did a shotgun.
Yeah.
And then he did a pistol.
Okay.
We typically use our DVC.
He used a what?
We typically use our DVC high
Oh, yeah.
for it because we have it built for competition.
Got it.
But he's working on building his red one up for competition as well.
Is that it behind you there?
This one right here.
Yeah. Oh, the one on top.
Yeah, this one's mine.
Oh, okay.
And then we have another one right here.
Oh, okay.
We have a lot.
That's cool. Yeah.
We have a lot of weapons.
Are those sharks?
Yes.
Those are cool.
Yes, they are glass sharks. My dad and my mom were in love with the ocean.
Yeah.
So growing up, I kind of fell in love with them too.
Okay.
Big respect for the ocean, but I'm not going to go like diving in it. I'll keep my feet in the water and that's it.
So when you go to the beach, listen, what part of California did you grew up in?
I grew up in Garden Grove.
I've heard of it, but I'm not sure where it's at.
It's in between kind of Westminster, trying to think, Anaheim, Stanton.
Oh, okay.
That area.
Gotcha.
But ironically, I now live in Huntington Beach.
Oh, yeah.
Nearby the ocean.
Yeah.
I rarely go to it.
I was gonna say you grew up around the ocean, or you're around it now. Yeah. So you don't actually swim in it. Because of sharks?
Yes. I've seen enough National Geographic.
Yeah. Oh, listen. The first time somebody watches, you remember when they came out with Shark Week?
Yes.
On Discovery? Oh, it's like, it was one of the most watched shows years ago when they first started it. You watch that for a whole week, you're like, yeah, I am never going, more than ankle deep in the water.
I'll appreciate the sharks either on the TV, computer, or in an aquarium. But if I see them in person, like in the ocean, I'd probably be scared.
I would hope you'd be scared. I mean, I think most people would be scared.
Because it's the teeth.
Yeah, yeah. And how much damage they can do, like, right away.
Like, if it's a whale shark or a basking shark, okay, I'm cool with that. But, like, the other ones,
Mm-mm.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll keep
Yeah,
with my dogs.
yeah, they're crazy. I mean, the statistically, you know how they say, you're not going to get bit by one, but I don't know.
Yeah, Huntington Beach, we're known for some other things. Someone just came home and I'm trying to see who it is.
Oh, you guys, like, your parents live close?
I used
You
to
guys have
rent with my
family?
dad. I used to rent with my dad,
Yeah.
but we're moving into a new place next month.
Oh, okay. So
And
you
then
guys done mil sims or any kind of
yeah,
big events like that?
we've done a couple lion claws. My husband's done Milsim West.
Oh, okay.
I'm more of kind of like a laid back Milsim person. He typically does much more in depth Milsim.
Yeah.
But the last one we did was Lion Claw Cartel Wars.
Okay.
That one was fun.
It sounds cool.
It was very hot that day. Not gonna lie, almost passed out from the heat. I took a little break. But Lion Claw is usually our go-to.
Yeah.
But those are fun. I think the most fun I had was Tactical League.
Oh, what's
Or
that?
the Tactical Challenge.
Yeah.
So the Lion Claw, I think like twice a year we'll do a Tactical Challenge. And I went as one of the terrorists.
Mm-hmm.
So I was stationed in a plane. And yeah, it was funny because one of my sister teams, one of my sponsors, Airsoft Master, he has another team that's sponsored as well, TTG.
Yeah.
And TTG was competing in it. And I'm like, oh
shit.
I'm gonna go up against you, just because. And it was funny because when they saw where I was, they're like, you little turd. Because I had hid myself all the way in the very back of the plane in one of the bathrooms where the door opened outwards instead of inward.
Shit. Yeah.
And I had a mirror in front of me to where they could not see me.
Yeah.
But I could see them. And I would open the door, shoot, and then close it again. And it was so funny because I got out because I was one of the first people they encountered. And one of my old teammates was up in the stewardess cabin. And they couldn't find him. And he was like, where? And one of them was like, where's little Thomas? Where is he? And they were trying to like just run everywhere trying to find him. They found him because he had to defend us. But it was funny because watching everyone be like, oh man, they're up there, up in the roof. And they're like, we're sneakies.
So the tactical challenge is that what is that? What's the setup on that?
The tactical challenge, I believe, is 2 different types. I've only been to the airplane one. I believe there's another one where it's a train.
Oh, okay.
But I haven't done that one. I've only done an airplane one. But that one's run by Lion Claw.
Yeah.
And it's a really intense day. It's typically out in Mojave Desert. It's a drive. It's worth it though.
Yeah. You've got the terrorists and then
so there's different like scenarios. The one I was on was you had to defuse the bomb. So there was multiple kind of people like as my husband says, think Counter-Strike. So you have to find the intel and defuse the bomb. But we are allowed to shoot back.
Or the movie SWAT, first movie SWAT.
Like we don't have to like wait. Well, we have to wait until they get about halfway down, and then we're allowed to engage. But like the only thing that we ever had to do was like, oh, if they're like, if you have intel, we have to give the intel. But like we could sass them, and I was sassing them a little bit, get it really in there. There's another one where it was, I think, hostage. There was 2 plane lanes and then 2 ground lanes. I was in one of the planes. Very interesting being on a plane with a lot of wind because you can feel it like rocking.
Oh, wow.
But that one's fun. Cartel Wars, Lion Claw as well.
Yeah.
My husband's done Narcos from Lion Claw. I already said Cartel War, did how long he's been playing, like he's done the Op Irene from a long time ago.
What is this?
Op Irene.
Yeah.
I've
never heard of it.
It's a very old Black Hawk Down scenario. So it's
shit.
Long time ago.
Yeah.
Like where pyro was allowed. Pyro is not allowed in California.
Oh, I know.
We burn very easily.
Trust me, I know. I was stationed at Camp Pendleton when I was in. So in 92 or 91, 92, when I was there in 93, I worked on a shooting range. So at Pendleton, so there were 2 years in a row, 2 summers in a row, where they had recruits that were going through boot camp take every 5th round out of the chain in the bullets, whatever, in the machine gun for like back when I was in, we were still using the M60, which they got rid of, but every 5th round in a chain link is incinerator round, like a tracer round. So
yeah, they
would take that out so that it wouldn't catch the shit on fire, because we had so many fires out there. Well, that when they first did it, they were like, okay, we'll just place one of those big fire trucks, the military kind of like, tanker or whatever out there with hoses on it, and we'll set it on, they'll set it on the kind of off the side of the range, out of harm's way. But, of course, people couldn't be in it. But these ranges are like 500 yards. Okay. That's like 5 football fields, So it's, by the time these guys would get out there and get to the truck and try to put the fire out, this thing's going crazy. So, yeah. So it was, but anyway, yeah, they did that 2 years in a row when I was stationed there. And that was a long time ago, of course. So this has been an issue for a very long time out in that area.
So it's funny because Southern California, like, we just burn, while Northern California has, like, rain and, like,
rain
snow.
And snow.
Opposites.
Yeah.
We have rain and snow.
Very rarely.
Right.
We just burn.
Yep.
And I'm like, I've always wanted to use those cool, like, colored, like, smoke grenades, but I can't.
Not out there.
No. I mean, I guess we can use chalk.
Yeah.
So that's kind of fun when you see a little during games. And, okay. And these guys, little frag. Well.
Now, which one's that?
That's
the EG67?
Yeah. This is the paintball version, and then we have the dry pea version, but now they're banned too, so.
Oh, those are too?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because
they have an explosive.
Yeah,
or like a spark.
George Air Force Base.
Yeah. One of the fields kind of went in flames a little bit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. From what my husband told me, they put like 20 into a room, which apparently lit the whole complex on fire.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wasn't me though.
I'm good with my sound grenades. I'm good with those.
Yeah, those are fun too.
Yeah, and it's really fun when there's like 7 primers and like all 6 of them decide to go off at once. So you're like, I did not mean to be that loud.
Damn.
Do not throw that.
Motherfuckers be deaf for a week.
Some fields are like if we have them indoors, they're like, don't throw them into buildings.
Right.
You can throw them outside of buildings, but not inside the buildings.
Oh yeah.
Because that really hurts. But we typically use them outdoors, like Wildlands Airsoft.
Yeah.
Yeah, it uses a shotgun fire.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's different pieces. Disclaimer, different pieces. This goes into here. And then it's impact, so.
Okay. So what is that one? I've never seen that one.
It's
well,
not
in
fun.
case you and your husband don't know, I don't have very much experience in airsoft.
So my husband,
Noob.
shut up, is like, he's my tech. Like, I know like a handful of guns, but
Yeah.
when it comes to guns, he has like a photographic memory. So he's my tech. He can fix anything. And I sometimes break stuff a lot.
How dare you?
I know. Like, I've been fixing this gun all the time. My other sponsor is like, what did you break this time?
Right?
I don't know. But which one's this?
Got the brand, but it's
All I know is that it goes boom.
yeah.
Nice.
Got the darn brand.
But it's a sound grenade.
Yeah.
Once this part hits something, it makes a loud noise. Most fields are like, oh, that's, only like distraction. But there's lots of grenades.
Oh yeah.
Like
Oshi Boom.
Oshi Boom?
Yeah.
It's the Oshi Boom. The Oshi Boom grenade, ironically.
Made by people from
Made from Alpha Tech.
I've
never heard of it.
Tectonic?
Yeah, so
Tectonic is the main brand.
so they're the one who makes like the multi-shots, the impact.
Oh, I don't know if the phone can't. It's the Quake.
It's a little bright.
It's the Quake grenade.
Since you got him here, ask him if he would be on a podcast.
You want to join me, dear?
Either join or another one, a separate one.
He's a little worried because he's awkward, and I'm like, I'm awkward too. Like,
Yeah, but he's got so much experience.
it's because he's been playing for so long. 20 plus years.
I have not actually played airsoft ever.
You should.
We gotta change that.
No.
So, you guys probably don't know the history of our channel, but I played paintball after I got in the Marine Corps, right, for like 6 years. Then we had 5 kids in 7 years. So we were busy as fuck. Okay, you guys know. So I worked a shit ton of overtime, just taking care of kids, until 5 years ago. I was paralyzed for 2 years with an illness. Once I was able to actually get out of bed, I needed something to do. So I started a bunch of YouTube channels. 2 of my sons who were in their 20s started playing airsoft. I was like, hey, let me film your shit. Okay. And I'll put it on YouTube. They were like, all right. So that's how this channel started. And so I have never played. I've always been behind the camera. I'm still not 100% recovered.
So what I'm hearing is get a wheelchair. You can meet my 249, and we'll just push you around like a turret.
Bro, I was in the Marine Corps. Nobody's pushing my fat ass in a fucking wheelchair, okay? No.
We have a lot of meetings in the Marine.
So on our team, we have a lot of either active or veterans.
Yeah.
All different
Majority
branches. Yeah, a good handful of them are Marines. They love to pick fights, not like actual fights, but
Right.
they love, do that.
They're smart asses. Yeah.
Brotherly love to the other branches. And funny enough, one of our Marine teammates actually sat down on a chair and was playing that way. My husband was sniping one game, and I was laughing so hard because I'm like, you seriously did that? In the sniper nest, he found a little fold-out chair. He's like, perfect. He just opened it up, sat down, and was just sniping. And I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, airsoft.
Nice.
Some people will, like, bring the wheelchairs out or find a chair, set it down, and be like, I'll let them come to me.
We call it a handy technical.
Right?
Come closer, dear. So that way you're not just a voice off screen.
Oh, it's fine. I mean, whatever.
He's a camera shy one.
Hey,
That's
most
like-
people I do a podcast with are, this is their first time doing a podcast. So I've
My
had,
first time.
is it? Awesome. Well, congratulations. I'm so glad that
Thank you
most
for having
people,
me.
I'm so glad. Yeah, because, I'm glad that I'm, getting out there with, all these people that they're like, because a lot of people are really hesitant when I message them. They're like, oh, I'm not really that kind of person. I don't want to. And I'm like, listen, go watch a few of ours. You'll see how dumb I am and how unprofessional it is. You'll feel great. So
I'm very awkward. So I'm like, hee hee.
I've only done like voice Q&A. I've never shown my faces.
That's why it's so hard to get pictures of him. He's
Yeah,
like,
but I've seen his face on his Instagram that I just started following like 2 days ago.
yeah, he's the crazy one who will run out with multiple pistols on him. It's like a game of
Nice.
how many pistols does he have on him?
Fucking John
I've ever
Wick.
counted- Yeah, the most I've ever counted on him was 7.
Jesus. That's
know
like
what
the
this
scene in The Matrix where they go through the fucking buzzer and they're taking all those weapons out. Like,
No, you,
That was
you
back
ever
in
seen Boondock Saints?
Boondock Saints.
Yeah, the father with the
Boondock Saints. Oh, great fucking movie.
Yeah, you remember when the dad shows up and he's like, "Yes, the mess with 6 gun on him."
Yes.
That was me.
Yeah, he had him
Oh,
like, it was back in Tennessee because I was trying to get pictures of him just constantly pulling these out. And I'm like, where else is he going to pull these out from? He was pulling them out from his, like, underneath his armor, from his freaking holsters. And I'm like,
the
okay,
ankles and the.
Yeah.
yeah, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like, I forgot I had that one. Just because we have so many.
That's
So
funny.
many pistols, so many rifles,
He
snipers.
just built a lot. I get bored of it.
Yeah, he gets bored and builds new things. Like he just did HPA internal tracer on a mechanical.
What is it now?
So there we do HPA, so high
Yeah.
pressure air.
Right.
And he was bored one day and he's like, I'm gonna try to do something that's never been done before, which was building an internal tracer and a fully mechanical engine. And
So I created my own trigger board.
yeah, he created his own trigger board because he was bored. And it worked. Just like how one day he was bored and he decided to do an HPA recoil, which actually recoils like a real gun.
Like the bolt?
No, it's all HPA, so it's using a jack as a main power source for the first one, and
Yeah.
the back one uses the Wolverine system, but I replaced the solenoid with a stronger one.
So how does the so did you add some kind of weight or something in there to create some kind of recoil?
So with the Wolverine one, what it does is they have one that's already built to where there's a weight that flies back and forth with the HPA shooting it.
Oh,
But the thing is, I didn't feel like it was strong enough, so I replaced the solenoid in it from one of the fusion engine, and made the pressure stronger. So I limit the pressure to the front, so that way the more power I put out, the more recoil in the back, but less in the front. So
Oh, wow.
it doesn't damage the front firing system,
Right.
but it gives the full power to the back system.
It's
Dude.
fun. It's fun to shoot.
Here's what she was talking
listen, bro. You need to get on here You
So
you you need to do a podcast with me and explain all this stuff because there's so many people that I talk with that don't know a lot of these things about tech.
it was interesting, like, because when we first played, or when I first got into it, HPA wasn't like really big.
It just started.
Like, it had just started.
Really?
And then watching just like the evolution of everything. And I'm like, okay, no, HPA actually has some like pros to it because we don't have to worry about like our motor heating up,
Right.
gears, wiring.
Well,
We can keep
when
it-
these guys started playing airsoft, I was really surprised that HPA was not like the standard because
It's very expensive.
airsoft or paintball is HPA. Like, there's no moving parts in there. It just so I was like, why didn't they just transfer it over?
It's very
They kind of
expensive.
did at some point, but it's expensive, and depending on the system, a lot of people who transition. I used to do paintball as well,
Yeah.
but the thing is, transitioning, from people who do in the feather style, they can't do it the same system with it. It's these type of system. I don't know how to explain it, to be honest, but it's one of those things where they could do it because I know First Strike did it with their T15, and so did Tipman. The only thing is you're looking at about $900 for a mechanical system that's not very air efficient.
900.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
I mean, right now Wolverine has the MTW, and the starting bid is like 1,300.
God
Yeah.
bless.
So
No.
yes.
Daytona, not the Daytona, the
Daytona
DAS
is
GBLS. That thing is $1,500 starting price. But
Oh
that's
my God.
That's an electronic recoil.
Bro.
So HPA
No.
is very expensive, in my opinion, to start because you have to get your tank, you have to get your reg, you have to get the engines, you have to get your line. So, like, at first, it is very
So
costly.
it's low maintenance.
It's very low maintenance for me because my husband deals with it. Because
You love how she does that. It's low maintenance for me because he has to do all the work for it.
hey, man, HPA tanks and
But
lines.
this is what I want to show.
But it's fun because you can like adjust your FPS,
Right.
and it keeps it much more consistent.
For sure.
And you can actually build a gun that is very air efficient. We
Right.
built these to be air efficient.
I mean,
So that way-
sniper
Yeah, like we've made sniper HPAs.
goes at least.
Oh, hold
100.
on. Was your so what's your husband's name? What's your name?
Sniper.
He goes by Cypher, which
Cypher. That's it. So was your the Instagram page that I saw post on there? I don't know how long ago, but I saw one of your pictures of the chrono that was 1200 FPS.
After
That was him.
that's the one that it dropped lower.
Holy
The-
shit, dude.
The first original 5-shot was 1,500.
Dude.
we lowered
Holy,
it down. We
that's
lowered it.
insane. Yeah, I know, but I'm saying though that to make something that shoots that, is crazy. Like I was impressed.
Yeah, that one was the sniper that I built that can reach out to 200 yards.
Dude, that's crazy. Like,
His builds are crazy. Like his high kappas that he builds. Like my pistol, I like to joke around, call it my little sniper pistol because I have that distance.
Jesus.
And
Mine goes from spawn to spawn.
yeah, his red one goes from like spawn to spawn.
Bro. Holy shit.
We have a lot in our arsenal. And it was funny because another competition that we do is tactical league, the KWA tactical league. And the first one that we ever did was a private one. And I was running my 249. And I was, doing my thing, being, supporting LMG. And the ref was like, "What was that?" I'm like, "It was me." And he's like, "That terrified me." And I'm like, "My bad." He has another. he has a Daytona 249, which sounds scary. Like, he had to put 10,000 rounds through it to break it in. To
Holy
break
shit.
it in.
Damn.
And
now it mimics an actual 5.56.
yeah, now it mimics the 5.56. So it's always like, oh, we hear him. And then, of course, he'll do, like, the super silent one that no one can hear. And it's like, does everything. And it's fun when, like, we sneak up around a corner and all people are like, all we saw were just the tracers flying. We didn't even hear anything. So he does crazy builds. But he thinks he's, like, a noob, which he is not.
I'm a noob.
He's Batman.
You're Batman.
I'm a noob.
Nice.
Because there's too much to improve. I'm not at the level to be.
I don't know, man. 1500 FPS sniper. I don't know. You got something going on.
I appreciate it.
Thankfully, like, we keep it, like, our snipers at, like,
We lock it to the field limit.
yeah, we lock it to whatever
Well, of
field we get
course.
to.
But the fact that you could build something like that shoots that,
That was
like-
to prove a point to people.
yeah, that is cool to me. I would love to do that.
Because I had people that act very foolish. So to show that I'm capable of doing something like that without abusing the power of what I know is to show them the control. So I was like, I only did that as kind of a, just because you have the power to do something crazy doesn't mean you should abuse it and foolishly harm people,
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah, because, like, we've gone up against people who have purposely tried to hurt others.
We had that in paintball too. We had guys show up that, with a cool. This is before they made you buy paint at the field, but they would, with coolers, they would freeze their paintballs. It's like getting hit with a fucking marble,
Yeah.
It's actually
We've
illegal.
Yeah,
if
it should be. That
if
shit's
anyone
deadly.
gets down with those, any fields out here, they get kicked.
No,
But,
that's
like,
just
we've
that.
gone
I know
up-
that you can actually have to show it.
But we've gone up against people who've used, like, metal BBs, which
Yeah.
hurt. And we're like, like, that's not what this sport is about. Like, we're here to have fun. Like,
Right.
we're playing with toy guns. Like,
It's LARPing.
we're LARPing, as
Of
a lot of people
course.
say.
A lot of LARPers.
And it's like, we're one big family. Like.
Well, speaking of that, are you were you into airsoft before you were into cosplay, or vice versa?
So I did a little bit of cosplay before Airsoft. Like, I did a lot of, like, Renaissance fairs.
What got you into that?
My oldest sister.
Okay.
And when I was younger, my dad would take us to, like, this Renaissance fair because he was much more like, let's go outside and do something instead of, like, staying indoors.
Right.
And one year when we were younger, he's like, let's go to this fair. We dressed up, and I'm like, hey, this is really fun. Now I
Fun,
do more of, like, anime cosplay.
Yeah.
But I have, like, a full post-apocalyptic gear that one of my teammates made me that actually uses an old G&G vest. So
Oh,
it has,
shit.
like, that nice little G&G stripe on it. But I do more anime cosplay now.
Okay.
Because, ironically, my husband cosplays too.
What does he
So-
like to do?
Resident Evil.
Fuck yeah.
Like, we have Leon Kennedy's.
Both Leon and Jill.
Yeah, so we have Leon Kennedy's gun and Jill Valentine.
Actually,
Oh,
this is
that's
Jill right here. And it's
Yeah.
actually
Like,
built from the ground up.
Jill Valentine's gun with the star
Nice.
right here.
Here.
Okay.
In the dark.
Well, I'm trying not to, like,
Well, I was gonna say it's a little dark.
that you might want to, like, there we go. A little bit better.
You need one of those ring lights.
Yeah.
Right in
wait,
front.
what is the ring light? I actually got a tiny little ring light from my work
Yeah.
because I help my manager with caterings, and I want to say over spring break, we did this massive, like, 4-day event catering.
Holy
And
shit.
because it was a conference in town, so
That's a lot of work.
yeah. And they're like, oh, here's a little gift for you. And inside was this tiny little ring light. And I'm like, this is actually pretty cool. And it's really bright.
Hey, I used a $10 ring light. It was like the same the one you're talking about, real tiny, whatever. I used that the first year that we did our channel. I didn't buy any expensive equipment for our YouTube channel. In fact, to this day, 3 years in on our YouTube channel, we have 300 videos. Every single video has been shot on my Samsung Galaxy phone.
Hey, Samsung's for the win.
I'm saying, bro, I am not spending $2,000 on a fucking camera. No, hell no.
I have the Galaxy 21 Ultra, and I'm like,
that's what I got.
No, like expensive camera. I'll just use my cell phone.
Oh, dude, it's great.
And ironically, like, kind of, you're like really close to it. You can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, dear, our cameras are very, very bright. But I'm like, Samsung's, man. And like I use my phone whenever we have to like take pictures.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't need no fancy camera. I got my cell phone. I got my Samsung.
Yeah.
Just off the top of my head, I want to say we have over 3 dozen primaries.
Holy shit.
And
At least about 2.5 dozen secondaries, not including snipers or LMGs.
Or Uzis.
Or Uzis.
God damn.
He's been collecting.
Where do you store these? Because, I have a gun wall here with a mix of real steel and airsoft, and it's full. Now, this whole room used to be a gun wall, but I put all these, sound deafening things up, whatever. So we stuck all the guns in a closet. But where do you keep all this shit?
Real steel is in a gun safe?
Yeah, real steels go in a gun safe, locked up. But we have for like our secondaries, like we have a
Pistol case?
an 8-slot pistol case
Yeah.
that we keep like our go-to like high kappas, Glocks.
Anything that we're going to be using.
Yeah, anything that we are like constantly using.
And then collectibles, they're built and then they hang up on the wall.
Yeah, collectibles will either get hung up or they go into the safe for safekeeping. I love showing off what I have. Like I have the rose gold GTP9.
Nice.
I got that one that I got as a gift. My FPG is my baby. Like that one,
It's a fun gun.
It's a fun gun, but the parts are like impossible to come by because it's discontinued. And one of my old teammates actually gave it to me as a gift because he knew I would appreciate it.
That's cool.
It stays in our bedroom. The only time I've ever really taken it out was for the movie that I did with Sam.
Oh, nice. Oh, you use that in there?
Yeah,
Oh, that's awesome.
I thought it would be really cool, and when I show them how it opens, they're like, "Whoa!" Because Sam knew what it was, and then the videographer didn't. So I'm like, "Yeah, it opens like this," and he's like, "Oh." So that scene where I'm opening up the door, he was like, "Can you like click it open?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I'll go. And he's like, "That's so cool." I was like,
Yeah.
It's a fun little gun, but impossible to come by. People will sell it for like minimum $700.
Holy shit.
Oh, now it's up to 1,000. Yeah, so this
It
is
looks like
it.
a little box.
This is it.
They only made a few.
What is that?
That's
What am
the
I looking at? There you go. Oh, shit. Is there a button on the handle
charging
So-
handle. Charging handle.
Yeah.
where you were holding
Yeah,
it?
so right here. And then it just
Folds back up.
folds back.
They're actually starting to make a real steel version.
It's always fun.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those.
Yeah,
And then
they
it
just really
just
started making the real folding clock, and they're thinking about making a real FPG.
yeah.
That's
And then it
fucking
just
cool.
closes. So this little button right here opens it.
Oh, okay.
The charging handle.
Yeah, and it's also the charging handle.
Nice.
That's really bright.
That's unique.
I know
Are
you
doing
have.
a 4,000?
I don't want your 4,000 lumen flashlight. That's bright. We use a lot of like fun stuff.
Yeah, that is cool. Well, it makes it fun. It makes it fun when you have, different stuff that you can work on, make it better. Obviously you guys, put stuff together. You have cosplay stuff, and then behind you, is that a bookshelf full of movies?
Yes. So there's this massive one right here.
Is
and
that
then
your
there's
guys's?
three smaller ones.
Yeah.
That's
And it's all
crates worth this.
Yeah. Also, we have like more like on our entertainment unit where our gaming consoles are.
Yeah.
We have
So
some
is
in
this
our-
a mix of games and movies, or just
No, this
just
is just
movies?
movies. This is
Holy
just
shit.
Classic movies.
like there's some classic ones right here, like Highlander.
Yes.
There
can be only one.
Yes.
And then that's the one from Jet Li.
Yeah, we have like
The one? Bro,
Yeah.
that movie, I'm telling you, bro, it changed my life. When I first saw that movie, I was blown away.
Makes you question the reality of the world.
yeah.
Right?
And it's full, like different genres. So like horror is up here.
Sci-fi.
Sci-fi is over here.
Okay.
Family is on another bookshelf. Where is this family? This is family.
This family, and on top is a mix of like True Blood, Expendable, Legends, I Am Legends, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because we ran out of room to store.
We like doing like movie days.
Of
So
course.
we have friends, like we have teammates, especially we make alliance with a lot of other teams too.
Yeah.
So occasionally, like one of the guys here, he's helping me with some stuff moving around. He comes chills out, and I usually like I either cook or we just get together and we just kind of put up something, just kick back, watch
Chill.
it. Because sometimes
That's cool.
one of the day shit is just kind of gets to you, so it's nothing like having a couple of friends just
Yeah.
kick back, pop a cold one, and just watch something.
We moved to Tennessee in 2012.
2012.
2012. And we drove.
You guys met in California, though.
Yes. He
Okay.
was my best friend's brother.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's common,
Yeah.
That happens.
Too.
We were driving across country because we were moving with my mom and my stepdad. Because my stepdad was from Tennessee. His family has this huge farm. We're like, let's go start a new life.
It's an adventure.
Adventure. And we drove the whole way there. Because my mom had her dogs and we were moving all of our stuff. And my husband was the driver. And he was like, I'm really tired. And I had found the M3. And I was like, maybe this will work. And he had like just shotgunned it. Just
Yeah.
not even shotgunned it. Just straight up like made it seem like a shot. He just went, whoop.
And then I read it. It says
And then-
serving.
Yeah, we read it and we're like, it says 3 servings and two
One.
and two.
Yeah, it's like do not exceed a third per 24 hour.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was up for a very long time and he's like, I need to move.
Yep.
It was like pretty much the raw when they had the balls energy drink in the raw. That's what that was pretty much. It's like raw energy drink.
Hell yeah.
I miss those though. The balls raw. Because the new stuff is not the same. You can drink 20 of those and don't do anything. The
Yeah.
original one that you and I are familiar with is the raw one. Where
Yeah,
it's like
dude.
One and done.
Also,
Yeah, because they had a Fedra in it, bro. It was
Yeah.
great.
And then there's the energy drink
Oh, all the new gin? The
No.
freaking
that you always drink in the military.
Rip It?
Rip it.
Oh, Rip It. Yeah, I remember those. Yeah.
He lived on those.
Hey. I'm powered by caffeine, anger, and lots of energy drink.
No shit. Yeah, my kids always joke with me. I'm like, Because I'll say, you can't hurt my one feeling. They're like, yeah, because your one feeling's anger. That's all you got.
I always joke with him. I'm like, yeah, you just run on like anger,
And
energy
insanity.
drink, and insanity.
Fuck yeah. We
And
got
then
shit to
when-
do, okay?
And
We
then,
ain't
of
time
course-
for feelings.
Yeah. And then, of course, when he gets with our very close friend who served as well, it's like, oh, there they go.
Yep.
They're getting into some shenanigans. And of course, me and his wife are like, okay, we'll just don't hurt yourself.
Yep.
We'll just make sure we'll be the the parents.
Don't worry, we had our IFAC on us. We always had an IFAC or two on us.
Right?
Or they'll try to eat all the MREs we have. It's like, please don't.
Yeah, eat them all. You won't shit for 5 days.
Oh, I know.
Funny enough, he actually brought MREs when he did Milsom West.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you taking MREs? And he's like, because why not? Like,
Hey,
They're
these things
easy.
can survive nuclear holocaust, okay?
I just
Right.
like the spoons, man. The indestructible spoons. That's what I like.
Yeah, they're good self-defense tool.
Oh, shit.
And
He
he,
addicted China with that shit.
yeah, first time he ever showed me an actual real MRE, I was like, okay, this can't be too hard. And then I was like, wait a minute, you have to put this at a specific angle. How much do you put?
What angle? What are you talking about?
With the heater, they're like, oh, put it
Oh,
like
fuck
on
that
a
heater,
rock.
bro. We eat that shit cold, okay? We ain't heating shit up.
No, we used the freaking heater for more
He wanted,
memory boom.
he wanted me to like fully experience it, because I never got to have one of those,
Yeah.
Like I'm used to like other like dried food.
Freeze-dried food, yeah.
Yeah, freeze-dried food, like the
Yeah.
We never experienced the MRE.
Or the dehydrated, whatever.
yeah. So
Yeah.
like I've seen those, and I'm like, oh, it can't be like that different.
It is. It's fun.
So many steps.
I'm probably giving him like flashback.
So many steps.
Oh, hell, dude, we didn't. Well, the group I were in, we didn't heat up shit, bro. We were like, because we had those old, I was in the Marine Corps from '89 to '93, so that's a long time ago. We didn't heat up shit. Now a couple guys did. A couple guys, used the MREs we had came with a little tiny Tabasco sauce bottle.
Oh man, that
But-
was really agreement.
And they would put that, and they, put the little heating element. They had a little tablet that you'd light, and it would put on your canteen cup, and they would heat up their shit, and they'd be like, hey, who wants this, and who wants this? And they'd mix all this shit together and put the Tabasco in there. And me and my guys were just like, bro, I don't give a fuck what it tastes like. Just give me that shit. I just eat it out of the bag and throw it out. Like, we didn't care. We didn't care.
No, we usually tend to like to use the heater, the water activated heater into a water bottle to make a little wake up call.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
shit.
a really good alarm.
Oh, shit.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do. Hell no. That's for the noobs.
She's like, nope, you're not going near those anymore.
That's for the FNGs, okay?
It makes really good. It's a guaranteed wake up anybody.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
I
You
just
got a
like
buddy- you got
I
a
just
buddy
like
to wake up for a freaking morning call. All right.
I just like the spoons because those things are like indestructible.
If I have to get back to China. Hey, they're sturdy enough. I might be able to dig my way back to China.
My husband's from Vietnam. Like
Yeah. Okay.
So I gotta have to put a disclaimer.
For what?
Oh, disclaimer.
Some-
Made
We
in
don't
Viet-
do disclaimers on this channel. I don't give a fuck. I don't monetize these. I don't care what YouTube does. They can fuck off. I just like meeting new people and talking with shit. I don't care if somebody shows a gun on here. People are like, "Oh, if you show a gun on your video, they're gonna do this." I don't care. I don't give a shit. We can show whatever. We can say whatever. We can cuss. I don't care. and we'll just put it up. And if whatever, we'll see what
Yeah.
happens.
What you mean by disclaimers? Because I like to go around saying I'm made in Vietnam with collaboration of China and imported to America in shipping containers.
Yeah.
Right?
And he likes to play on the Asian joke.
Yeah.
Bob.
No, what's the Asian joke?
Oh, well, I call him my little boba.
Boba?
My little brought over by airplane.
Oh, nice.
Because in California, boba is very popular. They're like little squishy little tapioca balls.
Oh, okay.
And like I'm always like, he's my little boba. And then people are like, excuse me? And I'm like, he's my brought over by airplane.
Yeah, I came here on an airplane, not a boat.
Yeah.
Well, I was in, when I was in Pendleton, I was in California before it got all PC and all these terms and whatever. I don't know. We didn't, there was nothing like that. So we didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, the PC culture kind of ruins so much things. Personally, if you ever meet us and you see us, we'll give you a warning that if we like you, we're not gonna filter, and we're gonna let
filter. Honesty is good.
Because I know some people get really offended, even with me being Asian and I make Asian jokes. They get mad, and I'm like, "You're getting mad for me making my own jokes, really?"
Like, bro, you're allowed to. Okay.
Yeah. It's like I give you the right to laugh at it, not get mad at it.
Yeah. No shit.
Oh yeah, I'm also you, man. My buddy's like, "Can I make an orphan joke?" Because I was one.
Oh Jesus. Well, it sounds like we definitely need to do a podcast with both y'all on here, or
Show off all the arsenal.
yeah.
I'm gonna be walking in and
Only
out.
the good ones. Only the good ones. Because there's some work in progresses.
Well, of course. I mean, I mean, it's I don't have anything professional, whatever. This is just two people talking about, or three people talking about their experiences. Like that's it. So no big deal.
Who's listening. I apologize to anyone who has to listen to me.
Oh no, you're good, man. No, this has been fun, dude. I mean, this is like a hangout for me on a Friday night, like for real.
This is my hangout after working very long hours.
Oh yeah, same.
I start work at 6 a.m.
Fuck that.
Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Saturday we close.
Fuck that. I used to do those for a lot of years, but no.
And then occasionally we'll wake up at 4 a.m. to get ready for Airsoft.
And then the days that we have a game very early, we'll be up at like 4.
Right.
Instead of my building.
Yeah.
I still wake up early. I just don't want to have to be at work early.
Yeah. See, there's a difference between I want to wake up and me having to wake up.
Exactly. Big difference.
I kind of like my work. It's a fun place.
Good.
And then it's always like, wait, you Airsoft? Yeah. I'm actually trying to get 2 of my coworkers to come out with me.
There you go.
It's like, come, it'll be fun.
I promise I won't shoot you with the big gun.
I promise I won't shoot you.
I mean, I have a shell ejecting gun that's just 900 FPS.
Yeah, we're not bringing that one. No. But this is like my chill time. Because I can unwind.
I didn't realize you can...
Being professional all the time is hard sometimes. Hey, if he's known about your sniper, that shoots 1,500.
It's like, I feel bad that you have to find that sniper chrono picture.
No, I think it's great, dude.
I people think I'm insane.
You also dual wield too. He'll dual wield pistols, which I used to do, but I can't.
What? So do you go by Rebecca or Bekah?
Bekah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the whole growing up when you hear your full name, it's like, oh,
That's when you're in trouble.
Yeah. So
Yes.
now it's like people call me Val, Valk,
Oh, okay.
Will, Bekah. I'm like, I don't care. Like, as long as it's not Rebecca, because then I'm like, did I get in trouble?
Oh shit. What?
Like, I swear I didn't do it. Like, I swear it wasn't me.
Oh, Jesus.
You know, I like this podcast because it's like I don't have to
He
be
is
professional
from
and
South Carolina.
Yeah, South Carolina.
I was there once.
Bro, South Carolina, we got guns, we got freedom. People go out in their backyards and shoot, and like nobody calls the cops, nobody gives a shit. We light big ass bonfires in our backyards, nobody cares.
Freaking 50-foot tall bonfire. It's like, can't do that here in California.
Can't do that
I
here.
did a freaking barbecue and someone called a cop because they said fire.
I believe it.
And so I had to shut down my personal built fire pit / grill.
Oh,
Because they're like, oh,
jeez.
the neighbor says that the fire is too high. And
Well,
I was like,
It was.
If y'all are ever out in this area, you for real, and I mean this, I'm not just saying this because we're on podcast. You guys are welcome at our parties. Like when we have parties, we have people that show up from down the street we never met. They'll just walk in, and because they see all the cars, we'll have like 20 cars in the front yard, parked in the yard, and they'll just stop in. And we meet new friends, that's what we do. So
that's giving back to the old days. Nowadays everyone's like,
Oh.
like PC or freaking ready to.
bro, we are not, we're just very
That's
open
what-
here.
Yeah.
Everyone's welcome.
One day we want to do a road trip just because I had my kid in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So my child is a Tennessean. And I'm like, it'd be nice to go back, see all the old friends, maybe go venture back out to the other states I briefly visited when he worked engineering.
Yeah, Tennessee is like I think it's 4 hours from where I live.
Yeah, I've gone there a few times when he was doing engineering down there. And it was like, wow, I passed through like 2 states in like 4 hours.
Right.
Because where were you in South Carolina?
I
It was
was
like
there
towards
briefly.
the border
Okay.
of like
North and South Carolina.
yeah, kind of like
It was
And-
around the crust.
yeah. So like we
So
would
I
just
didn't
take.
get to enjoy South Carolina that much. It was
Gotcha.
I was there for a brief stint, and then for the most part, I was in North Carolina. I was in let's see,
Florida.
Florida, Mississippi,
Alabama.
Alabama,
Oh wow. Yeah.
Texas, Louisiana,
All over there.
Washington, Oregon,
Oh damn.
Utah.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, they send me like every few weeks. I'm in a new state.
See,
I have to fly there.
I just miss the crawfish.
All right,
I miss.
it's real crawfish, not this tiny little freaking peanut
We have
size
some
thing.
tiny little ones here, and I'm like, I miss those southern crawfish.
Yeah, you go to a gas station, you say hi, they're like, "Oh, welcome. You're not from around here?" I was like, "No, ma'am." And it's like, "Oh, here you go. Try this out. Southern hospitality."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Dude, crawfish as big as my face."
For-
Deep-fried
Nice.
gator.
Oh yeah, the deep fried
The
gator,
deep fried gator.
gator nuggets and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh
People
yeah,
thought I
those are awesome.
was crazy when I
We-
said I had them. I was
We
like,
can't
"That's
get
good."
them here. I can't get gator.
It's good in here, yeah.
And I'm like, it's
Like you can import it, but you just can't like just go like no shop or restaurant will have them. In the last
Oh,
place I had
Jesus.
a gator jerky type place or exotic jerky, they got shut down real quick.
What?
Yeah.
My wife and I just went to a like 3 months ago. We went to this place. God, I can't remember the name of it. But anyway, we got elk. They've got gator bites. They've got elk. They've got antelope. They've got all kind of shit that is awesome. It's so good. Now it's expensive, but it is fucking awesome.
It's one of those. If the food is worth it, then the money shouldn't mean anything because it's the experience.
Well, it's the experience, yeah, and that's what we did. We had a very nice, a really cool time, and then we went out afterward. Well, we did a bunch of shots like there, and then we went to a bar that has pool tables, dart boards, all kind of shit, karaoke, and we stayed until like 2 in the morning. And look, I could barely walk by the time we left there. So it was a good night.
Successful. Thanks. Night successful.
Right.
That's all that matters.
That's where I was. Charleston.
Charleston.
Oh, yeah.
That's where it was.
Okay.
I was at Charleston, James Island, and Somerville. Those are the area I was in.
Gotcha.
Like more on the northern.
Not really. It's
Well, yeah, Charleston is,
it's
kind of like southern
yeah.
border
Northern,
of
northern to you, but
I went north. I went through the top of it because we took the
because I took you
mountain.
through that.
right.
It's north if you're in Savannah, Georgia area.
See, I'm in Simpsonville. So if you look that up, that's in, that's,
It looked-
Dang it, that was the one location that I was about to go to next when they were
Yeah.
sending the contract. And then they're like, no, you're needed in Washington. So they sent me to Washington and sent somebody else there.
oh, shit.
He almost went there.
I was mad because I was like, I'm going to be there in Washington. I'm sorry. Because to me, it's like, I've been to Washington. So it was nice, but I don't know. Like,
Washington is
always,
up north.
Washington, yeah, I know. I've been there. But I'm saying like, I prefer to be in the east and not so much east, but like east southern region.
Yeah,
Because the weather's always nice, minus the giant ass bugs. There's one time there was a freaking fly that was as big as my freaking head flew into my windshield. So I get dragonfly freaking kamikaze me.
Yeah. My reaction when I saw a carpenter ant for the first time, I was like, "What is that?"
Yeah.
I just say it was protein.
There you go.
And then of course, like the cicadas. Like
They're annoying, but they're cool.
They're so fucking loud.
Yeah.
we don't really have them here.
Yeah.
And
No,
when
When
not
I'm
in Kelly.
in Tennessee, I was like, "What is that loud noise?" And it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh, the cicadas." And I'm like, "They just keep going, don't they?"
Oh,
Yeah.
There's so many videos on our channel that where I couldn't even cut it out. Like we were trying to use some different mics and different things, whatever. No, they're just so fucking loud. Like they're in the video. We can't even help it.
They're just really cool.
Yeah, lightning bugs. We don't
Yeah.
have lightning bugs really here. So when I saw them, I'm
Gotcha.
like,
Yeah.
"What is that?" Oh, it's a lightning bug. I'm like,
Yeah. With that jerky place, they had one here in Orange County.
and the
they
jerky
lasted like
place.
because they were carrying like caribou, gators, elk, reindeer, and all that stuff, all the good stuff, And then
Reindeer
I
is
think a month
delicious.
later, they're like, yeah, a bunch of people protest and they want it down.
Oh Jesus!
Reindeer is
Like you,
delicious.
you freaking selfish jerks.
No, nobody protests in South Carolina, bro. They'll get shot.
Yeah.
Have
Oh yeah.
The craziest thing I think I have ever done was I rolled the bucking and started making it double feed.
Yeah.
And they're like, "How did you do that?" I don't know. I've like on my high cap, we had like just put all new parts in. I'm playing, going hard. I break my leaf spring. I've made springs go up into the like up here.
Oh
And it's like, that's not
Jesus!
possible. It's like
I found a way.
yeah, I find. So my sponsor's like, "Hey, torture test this for me." Yeah, okay.
Nice.
It's fun.
Yeah,
That's how we
just
learn.
embrace it. You're like, okay, I'll break your shit. Let me see what We'll find the weak spots.
We'll see how durable these parts are.
Yeah.
Some things I haven't been able to do though.
Well, listen, it's been really great meeting you and talking with you tonight.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Good. I'm glad. And I definitely want to do another one in the future. Whenever is convenient for you guys, where we can do a gun show with you and your husband. That'd be cool.
I'm always down. I
Yeah.
love
We'll get him on it. We'll get him used to it, and he'll put his look. Tell him he can wear a mask while
Yeah,
he's
you
on
can
the thing. He can wear a helmet, mask, whatever. If he doesn't want to show his face, that's fine.
well, like he's camera shy,
Yeah,
so
wear a mask.
First-
Rebecca. You're like, oh shit, I'm in trouble. No. Becca, it's been really nice meeting you and your husband, and look forward to doing it again.
Looking
yes,
forward
it was
to it.
my pleasure.
Awesome. You guys have a good night.
You
too,
too.
brother.